For 10 years now, the Beaty Biodiversity Museum has been welcoming thousands of families, school children, and researchers to the University of British Columbia each year. The Beaty Biodiversity Museum is the centerpiece of biodiversity research and outreach at UBC. Its unique collections invite visitors to interact with the riches of nature and arouse their sense of wonder and fascination by exploring its vast natural history collections. The museum is a vital resource for undergraduate students to tangibly engage with what they learn in textbooks. And it is the starting point for impactful collections-based research that is global in scope. Understanding and improving our relationship to other living things on this planet is of critical importance. As the public face of the UBC Biodiversity Research Center, the Beaty Biodiversity Museum promotes a better understanding of the diversity of life on Earth and the vital need to preserve it.
The natural history collections of the Beaty Museum have been built up over the last century by generations of UBC scientists. Prior to the Beaty Museum pulling them all together into a common facility, the natural history collections of UBC were scattered around in different buildings and really accessible only to researchers.
The bryophyte and the lichen were open shelves and shoeboxes. The aisles were, stacked with little trays we built. So that is how proud that we got towards the end there.
The fish collection used to be down through an anteroom of a classroom, down some spiral staircases with lights hanging from wires, massive shelves tipping over and floods happening on a weekly basis, and just not the way you want to store natural history specimens.
By pulling together the collections into a common modern facility, UBC biologists were able not only to give them a better home for the long distant future, but also to make them visible to the public. The museum opened to the public on 16th of October 2010, and since then we've been happy to welcome hundreds of thousands of visitors and very proud to show them not only the specimens that are so critical to our museum, but also talk about the research that we at UBC do.
With the public being able to walk through our collections and see, in many cases, how collections are stored, you get a view into the back rooms of what's normally hidden from natural history collections. Bringing the 6 collections of the Beaty Biodiversity Museum together has facilitated bringing them together digitally as well.
So one of the best parts about our database is that it's comprehensive. It covers all the collections now. It's found all in one place, so you can easily find everything. It's made it broader and accessible for many different types of users with lots of images online ready to be used.
The modern facilities of the Beaty Biodiversity Museum allow us to prepare and protect the natural history specimens for the long term.
Over the last 10 years, the exhibits program at the museum has expanded significantly, and we're very proud of and honored by the numerous collaborations that we've been a part of over this time. We built a close partnership with the Biodiversity Research Center, highlighting and communicating the valuable biodiversity research that they conduct, and sharing this with our local community through physical exhibits and an extended community through digital initiatives, such as our Researchers Revealed video series. Many of our feature exhibitions have resulted from and in close collaboration with local artists, and their works have shared their different perspectives on biodiversity, engaging visitors with varied perspectives in the world around us.
The museum has developed meaningful collaborations with Musqueam and other First Nations communities to showcase Indigenous perspectives on biodiversity.
These relationships have resulted in thought-provoking and groundbreaking exhibitions, such as the Sturgeon Harpoon Knowledge Web, which has been recognised by the British Columbia Museums Association Innovation Award and the Governor-General's History Award for Excellence in Museums.
The Beaty Biodiversity Museum runs programs for 11,000 people per year from K-12, post-secondary, family and adult groups. Over 180 active volunteers, including many undergraduate UBC students, support the museum every year through education and outreach and curation.
The museum also reaches out beyond its walls through online programming, rich educational resources, and our award-winning Beaty boxes, self-contained kits with real museum specimens that travel between schools and other institutions.
The Beaty Biodiversity Museum currently has over 300 members who are really engaged with the natural world. Through our online initiatives and social media channels, we can connect with a larger audience of over 10,000 online followers. As an agile institution, we are expanding our online engagement through weekly live streams, virtual tours, and online group programs.
The Beaty Biodiversity Museum has built a community that is facing the environmental challenges of today and promoting a healthier and more sustainable future.
The Beaty Biodiversity Museum celebrates the achievements of its faculty and staff and the quality of the projects they continue to develop. Now, what of the future, and how do we build on an amazing first 10 years? How do we take the Beaty Biodiversity Museum to the next level, and what does that look like? I think it looks like a global biodiversity research institute that is making waves in ongoing global crises, such as climate change, biodiversity loss, and conservation. In the coming years, the Beaty Biodiversity Museum will be a place to gather minds, to exchange ideas,
To preserve the collection well into the future.
To inspire creativity.
To challenge ideas.
To reach more and more people.
To connect and engage with our communities.
To be accessible and open.
To support innovation.
to be a place of hope for the future of biodiversity.